3 years ago, Russia invaded Ukraine. But this war did not start in 2022. 11 years ago, Russia annexed Crimea and invaded the Donbass under a false pretext. 100 years before that, Vladimir Lenin crushed dreams of Ukrainian sovereignty and folded them into the Soviet Union, which for Ukrainians was just another form of Moscow's imperialism. This set the stage for the Holodomor, the man-made famine that starved 7 million Ukrainians in what many historians agree was an act of genocide. And before the Soviet Union, under the Russian Empire, Ukrainian identity was still repressed. Even in the 19th century, Ukrainian poet Taras Shevchenko was exiled for writing in his native language, a symbol of Russia's century-long efforts to erase Ukrainian culture and identity. The empire banned Ukrainian books, suppressed Ukrainian history, and crushed Ukrainian independence movements. What happened 3 years ago today is just the latest chapter in a long story of Muscovite imperialism attempting to stamp out Ukrainian identity forever. That's why Ukraine is fighting so hard. That's why Ukraine is not bending either to Russian or to American pressure. Yet today, some still blame Ukraine for the latest war, ignoring the centuries of Russian oppression that brought us here. They call for peace, by which they mean appeasement. They call Ukrainians Nazis while voting for and supporting fascists. Some who call for decolonization somehow support a vicious settler colonial regime as it wages a total war against its much weaker neighbor. This is a betrayal of solidarity, and it's one that Ukraine is never going to forget, because Ukraine doesn't need us to fight. They are going to fight on without us, but they do need us to win. All of us. Everyone who believes that people are not made to be ruled. They're made to be free. Ukraine doesn't owe us for helping them. We owe the Ukrainian people a debt of courage that we can never repay. Ukraine was supposed to fall in 3 days. It's still here 3 years after a full-scale invasion. It's not going anywhere, and its people will never go back to Moscow's rule. Today, more than ever, if you consider yourself someone who stands for freedom, stand with Ukrainians as they fight to defend theirs.